Hey there, my name is John Clark. I'm a licensed counselor at calmagaincounseling.com. In this video, we're going to be breaking down how to overcome anxiety in 6 simple steps. Okay, step 1 is to realize that anxiety is really just a part of life. Suffering is a part of life. In reality, stress and anxiety are something that are necessary in order for us to really function and get things done. We have to have a certain level of stress and anxiety to get out of the bed in the morning, to not be late for work, to pay your bills on time, etc. So that's really step 1. Also, it's about setting realistic expectations and realizing that what we want to do is not overcome anxiety entirely, but reduce it, right? I say we want to reduce it about 85% of it, about 85% of the time, okay? I think this is realistic, right? You're going to see periods of increased anxiety around things like big transitions in your life, financial stress, moving, etc. And so I think, again, some stress is just going to be built into life. But when it starts to get in the way of you living your life is usually when we call it anxiety and when we encourage you to start seeking some help. Step 2 is to realize the function of anxiety. Okay, what is it really? You've heard of the fight or flight response that we have kind of in our nervous system, and that has a lot to do with anxiety, right? It's basically your nervous system's way of telling your brain, hey, something is wrong, there's a threat coming. Now, most of the time, there isn't really a real threat coming, and by real I mean something that's going to harm us physically, okay? Most of the time with anxiety, it's not something that's going to harm us physically. It could be social anxiety, so I'm worried about what people will think of me, or what if I have a panic attack in public and people notice, right? Your nervous system is trying to alarm you to real threats, okay? So that's the first step, is to realize that most of the time, anxiety is really like a false alarm. So it's like if you're inside a building, someone pulls a fire alarm, but there's no fire. That's what anxiety is like. That's really what having a panic attack is like. So the first thing is, realize that I'm safe in my body, I'm safe in my mind. This is very, very important. And to know that really a lot of times anxiety is just kind of a misfiring of the nervous system. Step number 4 is to learn our anxiety formula. This is something I learned a very long time ago. I think this is a CBT thing, or a cognitive behavioral therapy thing. The anxiety formula is basically this, and you can write this down. Overestimation of danger divided by the underestimation of coping, or of our abilities to cope. Okay, so again, overestimation of danger divided by an underestimation of our abilities to cope. So basically, anxiety, it really magnifies the threat of something, and it exaggerates the threat of something, and it undermines or underevaluates really our ability to cope with it, okay? So one way to deal with anxiety is to kind of flip that, right? And look at how the threat is usually not as bad as it seems, and our ability to deal with it is usually better than it seems. Anxiety is a bully. Anxiety wants to tell you lies. Anxiety wants you to feel more anxious, so you have to keep this in mind as well. Number 5, lots and lots of cardio exercise, okay? I recommend cardio in particular because cardio helps to actually generate new brain cells, new neural connections in the brain, okay? You're actually, creating new ways of thinking and looking at things by doing cardio. It also just helps to kind of diffuse the nervous system and kind of reset the nervous system. If you can get your heart rate above, let's say 100 beats a minute for at least 30 minutes at a time. So I really recommend a good regimen of cardio if you're dealing with anxiety. Things like running, biking, swimming. I personally do a lot of martial arts. I recommend that as well. These things are really going to help calm the nervous system, and you're just going to see a lot less spikes in anxiety. You're also going to sleep better, which has a lot to do with anxiety, and it's also going to improve your overall health, of course. Step number 6 is, of course, to start weekly counseling with a licensed therapist, and we'd be happy to help you get set up with someone at our practice here at calmagaincounseling.com. We provide in-person and online therapy. It's all evidence-based. We only use methods that have been proven time and time again by evidence and research, things like primarily cognitive behavioral therapy. So We want to help you out. We want to help you get symptom relief as quickly as possible. All you have to do is reach out and go to calmagaincounseling.com or click the link in the description below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, you want more mental health tips like this, all you have to do is click that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care.